What sort of props would you expect to see in a psycho thriller?
In a psychological thriller, probably knives, maybe some religious influence if it was like a possession or something like that. Yes.
What would be the type of costumes you think you'd see?
It depends on what time, when the film was set.
If it was set in sort of modern time?
Then, I don't know, I suppose most of it's aimed around sort of teenagers, so kind of like teenage dress, with a sort of psychopath on the loose.
Does that mean that you'd expect to see a teenage character?
Well, if it's like a psychological thriller, usually the person who's the sort of bad guy, we don't know who it is until the end, so they could be maybe costumed up in disguise, like in the Scream films with the with the drapes and the mask and that sort of.
What sort of setting would you expect to see?
Maybe woodland, or maybe some kind of haunted house type, big stately home that's been disused for ages.
Where would you expect a psychological thriller to be set?
Somewhere quite doomy and gloomy, somewhere quite scary. But to be honest, it could be anywhere. It could be in a home, it could be in the middle of a scary forest or something.
Okay, great. What sort of characters would you expect to see?
I would think more human than aliens or cartoon type things, and sort of looking at the relationships between the different characters. So obviously there'll be somebody who will be a bit insane and somebody who will be the victim in all of this.
What sort of props would you expect to see in a psychological thriller?
Possibly some weapons or something that would make somebody frightened. So, but it doesn't. It could be some. It doesn't have to possibly be weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's enough. Oh, what conventions would you expect to see?
What are conventions? Dark lighting, apparently.
Okay, I think that's